Hello, guys. Hope you're doing well. This is TJ, and you're listening to Beyond the Ring podcast. And welcome to my review of this week's NXT. This week's NXT was a completely different show. It was a very different kind of show. I mean, the wrestling was the the normal stuff, but the return of Samoa Joe was the main thing and the main story that was here. And he is the special enforcer for William Regal. So the first segment was this William Regal's segment, and Samoa Joe coming out and giving a warning for Karen Cross, and he says that he's gonna restore order, and he's gonna you are gonna deserve, you're gonna have some respect from everyone. And if they provoke, and William Regal has two conditions actually. If they you are not a competitor, but if they provoke you, you can act. So that's a license that William Regal has given. So William Regal has not stepped off from NXT general manager post, but Samoa Joe is going to act as a special enforcer. So that's the highlight here. So it was a very certainly a very good debut, and fans chanted, "Joe is gonna get you for Cross," and Joe versus Cross face off was very good. Maybe we could see Joe Cross in the future, man. So many dream matches when Joe come over, and I had a sigh of relief that, man, Samoa Joe finally is having his own is finally having a good moment, and for us as well, for enjoying him and seeing his so much angles they can play out. So it was a kind of a very fresh air of breathe in this show. So the wrestling itself was very good as well. I mean, standard NXT wrestling that we have seen. The first match we saw was Imperium versus Brizango. So this was a good match as well, kind of a contendership, but not an official number one contendership match, but down the line. So Imperium, Brizango wants to have the continuity and wants to have that momentum going forward. So this was the much needed match for Brizango, because they were not in the matches in the NXT for some weeks now, because of Timothy Thatcher and all Grizzly Young Veterans and MSK's and Legado del Fantasma, all these tag teams coming now. So Brizango is kind of getting out from the mix. So maybe we can get Brizango getting debuted in a SmackDown or something. We can see that. So this was a good match. Imperial, strong heel, while Brizango was a baby face here, and a strong baby face, and they had turn as well baby face, because Brizango picked up the victory here, and and it was a small package by Breeze, getting a small package for the pin. And this match was a simple match, a back and forth match, where Fabian Eichner and Marcel Bartel were using their mat based wrestling and their picking apart the body limbs and the of the opponents. And also Brizango's skills was the quickness and the aerial maneuvers that they possess, and and the experience as well they had, and the cohesion that they possess, and that's what the advantage of the Brizango was. So it was a good match, good tag team match. And post match we saw some turn, because Imperium attacks Breezango and drapes him up in Imperium flag. So kind of a pure babyface turn for pure babyface turn for this Breezango team. So maybe don't know how it would be. So after post match, we saw Regal is breaking up a fight again between Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Cole, and this time we have the savior Samoa Joe, and Samoa Joe comes about and tries to shove both of them and have a distance. But Adam Cole actually uh, pushes Samoa Joe, and Samoa Joe didn't like that. And you know what he does if he didn't like, and he gets a choke on and Cole, and that was a great teaser right there. Samoa Joe versus Adam Cole. um, have we seen this match, Joe versus Cole? I mean, maybe they had a match or something in Ring of Honor or something, but I don't know in NXT or something, because by the time Adam Cole came about, Samoa Joe was gone. No, I don't think so. Samoa Joe was in Monday Night Raw that time. So Adam Cole made his debut when Drew McIntyre won the NXT Championship. Yeah, so I don't think so. So certainly, man, Certainly, man. I mean, so excited. I mean, is this a sign that he's clear to return, or is this the sign that maybe we could see a takeover match between Samoa Joe versus Cole? I mean, I would be more interested in seeing Samoa Joe versus Adam Cole. I mean, Cross versus Cole is also good, but Samoa Joe versus Adam Cole first, because I have a feeling that maybe Adam Cole would be called off to main roster or something in the draft. So that's what the highlight was, and then we have Santos Escobar's promo, and he's coming back for the NXT North American Championship, and he's challenging for one-on-one situation right now. And then we have next match, cruiserweight title open challenge by Kushida, and this was a new guy called Trey Baxter. But I am so impressed with this guy, man. This guy's wrestling was so good. He really had outquicked Kushida's speed actually, and he was really fast and quick maneuvers and aerial maneuvers, and he was a really good guy. I mean, he would be he's a really good addition to NXT. At I would say a very good talent. So between the match, we saw Kyle O'Reilly actually come up because William Regal in that scuffle that Cole and Kyle O'Reilly had, William Regal actually announced that you would be facing Adam Cole would be facing an opponent next week, and Kyle O'Reilly would also be facing an opponent next week. So Kyle O'Reilly thought about that. Why don't I have some championship opportunities? And so that was kind of a very very kind of a different. I mean, was not expecting that when Kyle O'Reilly came about that he's gonna going for the cruiserweight title program. I mean, okay, that's a one match challenge, so maybe it will be a very good match that's coming. They both have the same style, so Kushida versus Kyle O'Reilly is confirmed, and this was a very good match. Kushida versus Trey Baxter. Trey Baxter had a many moments here, and Kushida gave a lot for Trey Baxter here, and Baxter actually hits a Spanish fly into springboard 450. That was a highlight of this match, and Kushida actually hit a super flying armbar, and the experience actually got to the way and got to the upper hand, setting up the hoverboard lock. Very good, another good match, a very good title defense for Kushida. So post match, actually, Kushida shakes Baxter's hand, but O'Reilly gets in the ring and he nods to Baxter as well. So he's a baby face still. I mean, yeah, and he wants to face Kushida next week. So Kushida is ready, already ready, he says. This was the, and then we get to Frankie Monet, and she says that she's going to be back in the next week. So, and they had the segment with Jessica Mia and Aliyah. I mean, I didn't focus upon that. It was so bad. And then we have Mercedes Martinez segment. She talks about how she got taken down by Tian Sha, but she isn't going to be held down, as she says. If Boa even comes around, if she would also be getting, and she and Zayali are one on one right now. So Zayali had the victory. So maybe kind of a second match they are teasing with, and down the line maybe Tian Sha versus Mercedes Martinez. I mean, this is a very interesting situation. If you see, people are not interested in this. I mean, if you see, this is kind of a character that's new for NXT, like kind of a after Bray Wyatt character. This is a new character, so they can surely capitalize on this storyline if you deeply think about. So there's something that you miss about, and this is you should not miss about. Even though they don't consider this storyline as a main point right now, Samoa Joe is a highlight, but this would be a very good storyline down the line, and. The fact that this is from women's wrestling, that doesn't mean that this could not be in the main event situation or something. We are seeing Alexa Bliss and all in the main event situation as well. So maybe this would be a Tian Sha would be a very great change of game changing character for NXT if they book the storyline well. So then we got Ted DiBiase's presentation coronation ceremony for LA Knight, and it was a shocking turn because LA Knight comes about and he brags about his respect to DiBiase and how he and his father used to watch it, and he's a epitome of this business and all, and he perfectly kind of had that babyface kind of promo, and I didn't think about he was going to heel turn, and that was surprising. I mean, that was very good. I mean, I was like, LA Knight's promo was very good, and he's not cutting a promo very good. I mean, the promo of babyface was not good. He fits the heel character well. I mean, that's the thing, and he turns it, and he before turning he says, he has got what he has, and he don't wants what's left, and he uh, he actually hit DiBiase, and he dips he it's time to get rid of everything, he says, and he hits DiBiase, and Knight shouts that that is his title now, and now he's the only true $1 million champion. And Cameron Grimes comes about and makes a save and clears Knight. So Cameron Grimes had a huge pop here, huge reaction here. So this would be interesting now. I mean this I mean now LA Knight is a full blown heel right now, while Cameron Grimes has all the supporting and the supporting of the fans. So this would be a very good match if they do in NXT Great American Bash again for $1 million championship that I see. So then we get to Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez, and they are ready to get the tag team title championship. So I mean, I'm not interested Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez. I mean, okay, if they're challenging, but not interested in getting. I mean, they sure want to. They sure are planning to. I think so. Maybe in the tag team situation, they would be trying to have some dissension angle playing for Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez, because they would be unsuccessful, because that don't play well, because we have seen Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez as a tag team championship. So there's a high time now. That's a time. I mean, high time they should not focus about this right now. I mean, down the line they should have the match Dakota Kai versus Raquel Gonzalez in Takeover or something. Certainly, I want to see that framed as well. Samoa Joe match I am expecting. I want to see, man. Takeover is in August in SummerSlam, so certainly a SummerSlam weekend stealer kind of match they can bring about by bringing Samoa Joe. The dream match I want to see in NXT Takeover, it happens Samoa Joe versus Cole. They can do this easily. The story is already shown. Samoa Joe versus Cole as well, and and as well as there's one more match, Samoa Joe versus Finn Balor. They can do this as well. Yeah, and yeah, certainly they can do this as well. But Finn Balor, I don't think so. Maybe he would be returning. I mean, if he returns, I mean, it's not good for him going for the NXT North American Championship. He has accomplished all the things, so I think he's gonna return at the draft time or something. Maybe when the fans will return or something. Maybe that we can see. So then we get to the another tag team match. You can say Dakota Kai, Raquel Gonzalez versus Casey Catanzaro and Kaden Carter. So Casey Catanzaro, she was not with Zoe Stark, so she was with Kaden Carter as well. So this is the tag team. I mean, Zoe Stark was just for a rivalry, I think so. That rivalry that they had with Dakota Kai, same stuff. So this was a good match as well. Casey Catanzaro, Kaden Carter had a hell lot of momentum in this match, and they showed what they had, the skill what they have, and the skills they possessed. Very good cohesion there, very good move set and all, and it was good to see. And Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez were kind of not getting what they wished, and they were not getting the focus, and a beans that was spilled, like they are not having the momentum that they had when they were the tag team championship and tag team champions. So KTZ kind of in the front of a team in the front of a team like KZ Cotton Zero, Kaden Carter, who is not kind of like experienced tag team or something. So certainly they did won, and that was kind of not believable, the victory actually they got, because Dakota Kai had the last we saw, uh, she's Carter is sent hard into the barricade, and the GTK was the finish where Catanzaro was unable to kick out. So this was a finish. This was a good match as well. So not a very good or great kind of thing. It's a good wrestling that was altogether there till now actually. I mean, Casey Catanzaro and Kaden Carter, they really did show well here. Dakota Kai, Raquel Gonzalez, they were getting whipped actually, and but still Raquel Gonzalez was coming back, and she was getting that power advantage, and that was also good here. So that's the match we have, and then we saw Ever Rise and possibly they are going to probably they are going to have a rivalry starting with Hit Row. So Ever Rise versus Hit Row, this match is gonna be happening next week. So we thought about that Isaiah would be a next challenger for North American uh, North American. I mean, North American situation is for now Santos Escobar, for and this and this and this situation ever this hetero situation is going with Ever Rise. And there's one match actually confirmed for NXT Great American Bash, which is on July 6th, 2021, and that's Adam Cole versus Kyle O'Reilly 2. And this is kind of like a same graphic that they're doing, crosses his banner with two faces and a two kind of sign, two kind of Roman numeral sign, and the same sign that they are doing with Adam Cole versus Kyle O'Reilly. I mean, okay. I mean, we haven't seen a point like we are seeing endless matches. So that's good to see two matches, and maybe I mean, this is, I think so. This is a no disqualification kind of match, I think so. Actually, William Regal said that this is going to be no disqualification or something. Just a minute, I want to just uh, search about that. No, actually, this is going to be a straight up wrestling match. This is going to be a singles match. So, straight up wrestling match. Good to see that, because the first match that we saw was the hand section match. So this would be no interfere, no kind of weapons or tools that they can use. Straight up wrestling match. So probably it would be a very good main event, I think so. So very good. So next we saw Yoshirai. Yoshirai's return, and she has something to say. And she says that her next director target is, she was going to say, but Candice LeRae comes about, and she said she has lost the goal, and I have been won the goal, and you are now on the bottom, and you would have to pick you will have to climb the ropes right now for to become to have that to crack in the NXT Women Championship, if so. So from the back we saw Indy Hartwell actually coming about, and she jumps on Shirai from behind and beating his on, and the announcer table is loaded up, but here is Zoe Stark actually for the save. And William Regal, and this was a segment, okay segment. I mean, I don't know. Maybe we can see Io Shirai coming to tag team situation now. Io Shirai, Zoe Stark, tag team. You can say. So I don't know. Zoe Stark is with Kaden Carter or with Casey Catanzaro or with Io Shirai right now. So Casey Catanzaro, Kaden Carter or Casey Catanzaro, I don't know. Remember. So they have the better chemistry there. So Io Shirai, I don't know what they are doing. See. This is a better time to call her off in the main roster, because she has I mean she would be good for her tag team championship. I mean, if they do this kind of Saray and Io Shirai kind of thing, that would be good. I mean, Zoe Stark, Io Shirai, that team, I don't it seems like a kind of an odd pair. So Saray and Io Shirai would be a very good team. So that's what I think. And William Regal and Samoa Joe are leaving, but are asked about how they feel tonight has gone. And Regal is cut off as we jump to MSK. Eating popcorn as Samosa Champ and Timothy Thatcher are on the way to their main event, because this was a main event versus Grizzled Young Veterans. And before that, we saw that Diamond Mine that they were teasing for many weeks is opening next week. So maybe we'll be getting some vignette, or maybe some debut. I don't think so debut or something. Maybe we can get a vignette or something. The fans are speculating that it's kind of a Raw Underground segment that they pulled off from a Monday Night Raw that they're bringing about. So we'll see how it will be. And Tommaso Ciampa. And before that, we actually saw an interesting thing. William Regal and Samoa Joe are trying to give an update on the evening when the Bay comes in, and he actually is happy to see Joe. Johnny Gargano is happy to see Joe. So they didn't have any face off or something, but still an interesting situation that was Johnny Gargano versus Samoa Joe. That would be a great match. And then we had Pete Dunne comes about, and he just had a had a heck of a stare down with Joe, and it was good. Dunn versus Joe would be a good match, man. Two physical wrestlers. I mean, Joe is also a physical wrestler, submission based wrestler, too, one of the best submission based wrestler. Think about that. I mean, don't perceive on the looks, because they have beaten is very good, but Cole versus Joe was the most selling match that I think about than these matches. This Johnny Gargano or Cross as well. Cross would be good. I mean, if he's going for an NXT Championship, that would be the first opponent for him. So I don't think so. I don't think so. He would be going the get go if they are planning to have the takeover debut. If they are planning to have to clear him, maybe going for the NXT Championship. Maybe he would be first having a singles match, and then he will be going about for the championship. That would be a good scenario for him. You just don't want to just throw away the matches for him. So you need a build, because he is returned from after a long time. So we get to the main event: Tommaso Ciampa, Timothy Thatcher versus Grizzly Young Veteran. This was a very good match. This was a tornado tag match, so this was a brawl, and this was very physical. And we know these two guys, these four guys, how they bring about physicality in the matches. And Grizzly Young Veterans, with the heels, Tommaso Ciampa, Timothy Thatcher with the faces, and they were controlling GYV, were controlling Tommaso Ciampa and Timothy Thatcher, and there were several spots here and there that the chops and all, and the Koji clutch by Thatcher getting knocked onto the Gibson, and getting stomped away by Gibson then, and Champa makes a save, but accidentally kicks Thatcher in the face. Kind of a turning point there. A Doomsday device is broken up through, though, and Champa hits a Super 8 crash on Gibson as Thatcher has Drake, and we also see announcer didn't see an announcer table break or something, but announcer table air raid crash by Tommaso Ciampa, while while Gibson was trying to have put on the move onto another table, but Champa got the well, and backing in some hard slaps set up Angel swing into an ankle lock, and they had a very huge and a very great chop fest that on the apron. That was great to see, and that combination, and back in some hard slaps and wings. Angel wings into an ankle lock armbar combination. That was a finish here, and they get the victory. That was great, man. I mean, me running this matches, me saying this matches, running down this matches would be not good. This was a very good main event. I like this main event, not at the level of great or something, but still, this was a very good TV main event you can see about. So this was a very good show, nothing to complain about. And Joe's return was a very fresh and a very exciting, and many angles that they can play about. So this was the show. So did you like this show? Please put in the comment section below. So I'm loving NXT. I'm waiting for NXT, how it would be next week. So the Samoa Joe situation, and who would be putting the sleep on, and how would Adam Cole react to the situation, because he's he gets pissed at anything, and maybe it was controlling the situation, but still Samoa Joe doesn't back out for any challenges or something. So very excited. I mean, Samoa Joe is finally back. So be sure to like, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff, and I hope you like this review. So put on your thoughts on the NXT show right in the comment section below. I will see you guys in the next one. Until then, stay safe, stay energetic. Peace, guys.